All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and cover how to set up your virtual wholesaling business, how to build the foundation for a scalable virtual operation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Step one, you're going to need to choose your markets. I would choose like one or two markets to get started with, markets that you are very familiar with, or maybe a hometown that you used to live in, or somewhere where you might know people, right? But you can also just research different markets using online tools like Zillow, PropStream, Redfin, Realtor.com, stuff like that. But choose a market or choose a market or two. After that, after choosing your market, you're going to go ahead and start building your digital infrastructure. So now you know what market you want to be working to start off with. And then, from there, you can scale into multiple markets. But once you know where you're going to be, what community you're going to be serving, just go ahead and start setting up a website to market your services and build credibility. You don't need the website to get business done. It's really like an online business card. It just helps more credibility if people are going to look you up since you are virtual. So you want to be able to have as much credibility as possible. I like to say there's always three things that people need in order to do a deal from you, to do a deal with you, and that's to know, like, and trust you. So you wanna give a good presentation. You want to be reputable. You want to look reputable. So set up a website, and from there you'll be able to have some online credibility. From there, you're going to choose a CRM. There's tons of different CRMs from free to paid resources. We have our preferred CRMs that we use and that we've had a lot of experience with. We're more than happy to recommend a great CRM for your situation. Just reach out to us and we'll be able to help recommend. We have a lot of affiliates as well, all in one. So stuff like that. But Podio, REI Black Book, Freedom Soft, Go High Level, RE Simply, tons of good software out there to manage leads in your deals. And with that too, I like to look for a CRM that has communication systems built into it. But again, you can start anywhere with any budget. I did start with just a Google Voice phone. I didn't have a fancy CRM with it was Pen and Notepad. And then when I did convert to a CRM, I just used it for notes. Not everything was going in there. So I used Google Voice to get started. But there are CRMs with communication tools in there as well. So that, and then figure out what you want to use for getting those contracts signed. Something like DocuSign, Sign Now, or like DocHub as well. There's a lot of good digital signature services out there, and we'd be happy to recommend a few to you as well. And then from there, now that you've identified your market, you've built your online credibility, you are ready to rock and roll. So you want to hit the ground running with marketing strategies. Now that you know where you're going to be targeting and that you look credible online, now you need to get to work, right? And by doing that is marketing to sellers. You got to go get the deal. You got to go find the deal. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that by using online marketing like Facebook ads, Google ads to attract sellers right to your site, as well as sending direct mail to a motivated seller list, right? All different types of motivated seller lists you can pull. We'll cover that and some other trainings where we'll cover the different types of sellers and how to pull lists and all of that good stuff. You can use online platforms like Zillow or Craigslist to find potential deals. Look, when I started, all right, I didn't have a lot of money. You either have time or you have money. Money buys time back, right? If you have more time, then you have to put more time and effort into getting a deal. If you have more money, you can put more of that money into marketing and the deals come to you, right? But when I started, I didn't have money at all. I was negative in the bank account. So I scrubbed all the free resources. I was calling Zillow for sale by owner. I was scrubbing Craigslist. A golden nugget is I call for rent leads. If the house is for rent, that means it's vacant. They might be interested in selling it, right? You can do things like driving for dollars. You can cold call lists, text marketing, or and any of that stuff. And then throughout all that, you're going to want to be building your email list of investors, buyers, and potential clients. You always, always, always building your email list, guys. Always collecting emails, always collecting information so that, A, when you get a deal, you have people to send it to in that area. And on the other side, when you have sellers you're talking to, you have follow-ups. Power is in the follow-up. Okay. It's not always a one call lay down. It's building rapport. It's multiple calls over time. Sometimes I get lay downs and sometimes I've had, deals that took me a year to get. Right. So don't give up. Power in the follow-up. Okay. Now that you're marketing to sellers, you're talking to sellers, at that point, you could already be negotiating, making offers, and locking up contracts all by yourself, right? All by yourself. You've identified your market, you built your online credibility, and you are marketing to sellers, you're talking to sellers, and you are making offers. And maybe at this point, you already have an offer accepted. Congratulations. But a next step that you can do, and this is depending on you, where you're at in your business and your budget, is you can start working on building your virtual team, right? Where like one person can only do so much. So if you're looking to grow, do faster deals, more volume, all that stuff, it helps having people on your team. Right. So you can do things like hire virtual assistants to handle tasks like lead generation. They could be pre-qualifying. They could be cold calling, right? They could be helping you with some of the admin work when you can focus on some of the higher priority things like making offers or talking to the hot leads, that they generate. So you can work with remote partners also. With real estate agents, attorneys, title companies, all those connections are going to build up over time. If you're going to be doing virtual flips, contractors, stuff like that. So you will be building that Rolodex. But to find people to assist you in your business, you can use platforms like Upwork, Fiverr. I've even used Outbounders. A lot of resources out there to bring in good qualified virtual assistants to help you with certain mundane or repetitive tasks in your business, right? And so now, keep working on setting up those leads, the system for lead generations, right? Because when you're coming in and you're talking, leads are calling in, maybe you're calling out, they're going to be calling back. You're going to want to have some type of system where you're keeping notes, tabs, tasks, follow-up scheduled, right? And the best way to do that is using a CRM. And a lot of CRMs will set automated follow-ups, which is very helpful. Again, power in the follow-up. Maybe you talked, you made an offer, they weren't ready to accept an offer. So the CRM can actually follow up for you a lot of the time, saying with little follow-up messages like, hey, we spoke last week and I'm still interested in your property. Have you sold it yet? Or, hey, just wanted to see how things were going since the last time we spoke. You can actually have a CRM with built-in automations that do that. And then nurtures the leads for you. So either you got to nurture it or you got to build a system to nurture leads. Because guys, when you're talking to people, you can get an offer accepted right away, right? I say for one out of every 70 people you talk to, it's a laydown for sure. But then you still have, 20, 40 people that you should be following up with, right? That you're continuing to build a relationship, you're continuing to nurture them, you're catching them when they are ready to sell. Because maybe you spoke before, but they weren't ready to sell at that very moment. Okay. Now, next thing you're going to do is you are going to create your buyers list. I remember I said that you should be collecting emails the entire time because when you source a deal, you're going to want to send it out to your buyers list. So you can create this using things like Facebook Marketplace. There's lots of buyers dropping their emails for wholesalers and stuff like that. So you can scrub emails. You can have a VA actually scrub and help you build your buyers list, right? That's very helpful. They can scrub local buyers in the area, building your buyers list for you, and stuff like that. So always be building your buyers list, because when you have a deal, you want people that you can sell it to. I myself, over the past 10 years, have a buyers list of over 1.2 million. And a lot of times we literally just sell our deals by sending an email or sending a text, because we've built our buyers list so strong at this point. And then same thing, a lot of investors are able to JV with us. They had a hard time selling the deal, and we'll get that thing closed in like a week. Okay. And then now that you are, you're credible, you're online, you're credible, you're marketing to sellers, you're talking to sellers, you're making offers, you have your team helping you, your VAs helping you with certain tasks in your building in your business, and you're building your buyers list. Now you can continue to automate and scale. This is where you're doing deals, you're making money. Now you want to grow from a $10,000 to $20,000 a month operation to maybe a 40, 60, or even $100,000 a month automation. And you're going to do this by using tools for automation and tools for marketing and lead management. This is when you get into the more advanced systems, the more advanced CRMs, the more advanced management tools, software, dispo tools, all of that to help streamline your process and handle multiple deals. All right. Scale your operations by replicating successful systems and entering new markets. And guys, you should be able to do that here, because you have us, you have me, who's been doing this for years, and I can tell you what works and what doesn't work. So some of the key takeaways is choose the right markets for virtual wholesaling success. Build a strong digital infrastructure to manage deals remotely. Develop effective marketing strategies and automate as much as possible, where possible. Build and nurture both a virtual team and buyers list, and always focus on scaling your business through efficient systems. So, next steps. Take action and build your virtual wholesaling business today. What are you waiting for? Let's go ahead and get started. You got a lot to do. You got to set up that website. You start getting your credibility. You got to identify your market. So start now. Research your target market and set up your digital infrastructure today. Next steps. Go ahead and join our next lesson to dive deeper into marketing strategies and lead generation techniques. And get connected. Explore our exclusive community to connect with other virtual wholesalers, ask questions, and share your journey.